Alright guys, welcome to my Werewolf, Warden, Behemoth build. This is a survival, open world, battlegrounds, even dueling in some cases, type werewolf. What you can do with this werewolf is basically survive. That's mainly the whole point of it, is you want to stay alive as long as possible. And it's also being used for a support role. You just gotta switch out monster sets and stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna go over the champion points, the buffs, the food buffs, or drink buffs, and then go over the race, and then go after the traits and enchants and stuff like that, and what armor sets I'm using. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the first armor set. Now the first armor set is Desert Rose. Why did I choose Desert Rose? Well, because Werewolf has a mag sustain problem. For about 8 months, gonna be 10 months when Greymoor releases. Even then, it's still gonna have mag sustain issues. Anyway, Desert Rose, it gives you armor, max HP, max mag, and then when you take damage, you get about 2,400 mag back, which can occur every 4 seconds with a 15% chance. Now, keep in mind, in PvP, you're always being targeted as a werewolf. Every time you transform, you have a big mark on your back. People are going to look to kill you. So, your objective is to survive. And one of the weaknesses of a werewolf is kiting. Like, we're not very good kiters because we are always constantly getting snared. Yeah, we're very fast, yes, but we get snared. I do believe there is something coming out next patch that's going to I think it's some type of feet or some type of shoe or something, or some type of antiquity item that basically gives us snare reduction, we're snare free basically. Anyway, first enchant, weapon damage, and then trait and Earnhold, obvious one. Offhand, I went with a charge, so you can proc the shot glyph to proc minor vulnerability on people, which is 8%. They take basically 8% more damage. And yeah, and your back bar is going to be Desert Rose two-hander, so you can switch to your back bar and still get mag back. I dropped the Asylum weapon just for this build. I'll probably go back to it, but I'm just using this one for now. Same thing applies here. You want Earnhold, and then you want the weapon damage enchant. Monster set, Troll King, because there's going to be 3 different ways to proc it. Probably technically 4, maybe 5. When you're below 50% health, you can apply your Claws of Life, which can heal you, which is a heal, and therefore will proc Troll King. Your burst heal, your Hircine's Fortitude or Hircine's Bounty, will proc your burst heal. Will proc the Troll King, therefore you have high HP recovery. Impenetrable. I do also know that this impenetrable, yes, trait. Impin's getting changed, and a lot of these old school monster sets, they're getting nerfed. Like all of them are like getting cut in half for some reason, which I think they're trying to get people to use other stuff now. That health recovery is going to go down to like 900. So I mean, that's not a huge drop off, but it can definitely affect you in certain fights. But there will be ways for us to fix that. Anyway, we'll make sure you want to put try stats on these. I do have a max stam on this, but make sure you do try out in every single body piece. Second set, Plague Doctor. The reason is because it gives you a 4% healing taken and max HP, which all scales off your werewolf heal. And all of this is heavy. You could do medium and light monster set pieces or whatever, but this is full on heavy. All of it. To increase your max HP and to increase your resistance, and also just to be able to benefit more in defense wise. All of it's gonna be impen. Stuff might change next patch, but for now, keep it in here. It should all be tri-statted out too. I know I have little mixed match pieces, but try to make whatever you can work. And then the jewelry, all gonna be infused. Desert Rose jewelry, all infused with the damage enchant, because this weapon damage will also increase your Claws of Life heal because it procs off of damage, or stronger heal off of damage, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna go over the foods real quick and potions. The main one is sugar skulls. This is the best one here. And then you can use regular tri-stat if you don't have it. You can also use RTM takeaway broth, I believe, if that doesn't get nerfed. But yeah, use sugar skulls for the main food, or just use regular tri-stats. Potions, you want to go more utility based because Werewolf next patch is going to get brutality and savagery. But for now, you can run any potion you want. But I recommend sustain potions and also detect pots. So lingering health pots, magic pots, all of it. Even basic tribe potions, which is these. Alright. Just gotta go over the skills. Basic Warden skills. Ice Fortress, you get resistance and you can also apply it to your teammates. And then Green Lotus will heal you with light and heavy attacks and you get major savagery, but you're gonna get that when you go into Werewolf next patch automatically. The reason I said Ice Fortress here is because you also get minor protection, therefore it makes you tankier as a werewolf too, stacked upon 10%. 10,000 resistance is plus your pack leader next year, you get 10% mitigation. And next year, next patch, 10% mitigation, stack with this, that's 18% plus the 10,000 resistance and plus the 15% off the minor main. You will be very tanky and you probably will not die. 101, you will not die. Bull Netch, this gives you major brutality and also removes negative effects from you. Now, you don't really need to run this, but it kind of gives you stamina back, so that's why I use it. Anyway, the Shimmering Shield, this is, look how much damage Shimmering Shield can just absorb. Great, because this is really good against like Mag Sorks and people who use ranged weapons to try to pressure you and use projectiles, even against other werewolves who stand howl and stuff. And also it gives you magicka back, and you also gain major heroism for 6 seconds. Basically, you're building ult while being attacked with projectiles. And then your basic stand heal, Resolving Vigor. Back bar, Dizzy Swing, Critical Rush. This one puts them off balance, it snares them. Carve, and then Executioner, and then Rally, and then for support, Warhorn. Now here's the catch. You're not really going to be able to kill many people with in human form, but you can. But it's more of a werewolf build. Survival werewolf build. Alright, now let's go over the races real quick. Race. Dark Elf, because you get max mag, max stamina. It's a hybrid. This doesn't really matter here. And then you get weapon damage. Doesn't hit as hard as the orc, but it gives more mag, which therefore you can kind of heal more, which you need. Other races you can use, Argonian would be a really good one because you are immune to the disease status effect, so it's really good against werewolves and people who like to just apply a lot of pressure because you can proc the potion passive and you get like a bunch of resources back again. Then an Imperial for max HP, and then an Orc, and then a Nor for resistance. You can really make any of the stam races work, and the only really, like I said, Argonian is probably the best mag race for a werewolf. You can do a Breton because they have a reduction cost in magicka, but they lost out on health and stam and low damage. But I wouldn't recommend a Breton at all. Anyway, let's go ahead and go over the werewolf skills real quick because that's really what's going to matter. Alright, okay. So Feral Pounce, because you can pounce on a target and increase your werewolf timer. What you need as a werewolf, you want to stay kind of permanent form as long as possible. Person's Fortitude, because this increases your max HP. Well, not increase your max HP, increases your healing. It's the strongest heal out of the Hurricane Bounty. So yeah, you want to use that. I recommend to use Deafening Roar if you're support, but the other ones would be better for you to get stamina back with off balance heavy attacks. And then Howl of Agony. This is for more solo base, so you get more damage to your targets. I would recommend to run the Despair if you want to do group based, since this is more of a support survival werewolf anyway. And then like Claws of Life, because you can smack a bunch of people and stay alive. Very good heal. And it will also proc your Troll King. Healers can proc your Troll King. Your potions can proc your health. Your healing health potions can proc Troll King. Anything that gives you health back procs Troll King under 50%. And your Claws of Life will also proc it. And then Werewolf Berserker, because this is the morph to use currently until Greymoor, and then Pack Leader will be the better one because it's more utility based. But right now Berserker is the way to go. Alright. We'll go over the champion points. In the green, 31 Warlord to reduce your break free, and then 2 in the Sprinter to reduce your sprint cost. And then 64 in Tenacity to increase your heavy attack stand restore. And then 49 Arcanus to increase your magic recovery. Because you need that as well as Werewolf, because like I said, Werewolf has a max stain problem, and 43 Mooncalf. Master Gatherer and then Wind Running will be your most important one, because you increase your running speed. And then Synergizer. 81 Tumbling to basically where you can roll dodge more, stay alive longer. 75 into Blessed. This will increase your healing power as a werewolf, very important. And 7 Elf Born to increase all heals, like all mag heals, crits. All magic heals, so your Hercine's Bounty will crit more. Most important one here is Foresight, so when you drink a potion, the cost of your next magic ability used within 7 seconds is reduced by 80%, so you can synergize that well with the werewolf heal. And then 56 Master at Arms, 56 Pistol Weapon Expert to increase your light heavy attack damage to werewolf, and then Master Arms to increase your direct damages, so like Infectious Claw Pounce. And light heavy attacks are going to be part of this next patch. So, and the most important one here is Butcher. You do more damage to when you're below 25% health. Tactician's not here, but you can kind of change it up a little bit if you want to get Tactician, or just run the other werewolf here. 49 into Mighty, and then 27 into Piercing. This one increases your damage done with physical and disease damage. And then the most important one is Exploiter. 81 Ironclad to reduce your damage incoming from direct attacks, and then 39 Resistant to increase your critical resistance. Then 32 Hardy to decrease poison and disease and physical damage, and then the same thing applies here but magic version. And then 37 to Thick Skin to reduce dot damages. And then 49 into Quick Recovery to basically increase your healing. Now, I'm going to go over the Mundistone real quick, I forgot to do that. I have the Steed to increase movement speed and health recovery since we're running Troll King. Keep that high HP going, HP recovery going. If you don't want to run this, I would recommend like the Ritual to increase your healing by 10% since Werewolf is getting since everything's getting a healing nerf in PvP by 10% more next patch. Going up from 50 Battle Spirits, 50% right now, it's going to be 60%. So Ritual probably might be the better one to use in that situation. But yeah. Okay. Well, this is the Werewolf Warden Behemoth build, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Peace.